Tuesday morning, June 5th, on the way to the airport.
We watched the thing last night on Roll.
So that's the plane we'll be taking to Charlotte.
I think.
Yeah, now we're doing better. Okie dokie. Bye-bye. That's good, they could catch that.
Well, no, I mean, they didn't have, we weren't like riding along, then they put us down. It was like they delayed our flight an hour and 40.
Okay. Let's know what you think.
There you go. I don't know what kind of music you like. There's some spring stuff. That's a cool song.
Like King Sound. What's that?
Schoolhouse Rock. Matt.
Hey Matt. It's the Friends episode of when they go to London.
Coming in for a hard landing, folks. It's gonna be a touch and go. Like I'm gonna go what? Like this? That's a good landing.
Yeah.
I can't understand them.
I'm in Europe.
We're in London.
With the London Tube. Side of the road. Oh, there's a London bus. Those buses have been running since the 1950s, some of them.
Day of the market. Portobello is famous for its antiques on a Saturday.
I knew this looked familiar. Notting
The
Hill.
area of Notting Hill is where the second largest carnival in the world takes place. We have a Caribbean carnival here in London.
Is that where Diana went? To get coffee and
We've got a bit of traffic at the moment, so we're going to turn left, hopefully get away from the traffic.
This is the King Edward Monument. That's the King Edward Museum, Music Hall.
Prince Albert.
Yeah,
Music Hall.
right. That's what I said. King Edward's a good cigar.
King Edward's also a great big building in Jackson. Look at this.
Where Julia Roberts stayed.
Sure, Julia Roberts stayed in the film.
Over on the right-hand side, the
That's
Ritz.
still the Ritz. That's more important.
The arcades, that kind of style of the front of the Ritz there, is modelled on a street that you're going to see in Paris called the Rue de Rivoli, one of the top streets in Paris. The Ritz is a hotel that's used by members of the royal family. The Queen Mum, when she comes here, she has her own table. They always give her the same table in a very nice dining room called the French dining room. And it's where Camilla and Charles were seen in public for the first time. Charles gave a dinner party for Camilla's 50th birthday there. And Prince Charles lives at the end of the next street on the right down at the street, is a palace called St. James Palace. It's
See that sound?
Yeah.
Good picture of me.
That lens, Kevin. I'm an idiot. My bad.
Wow.
The oldest part of the Tower of London is where the four weather vanes of the flag are, and that part was built by William the Conqueror. He came over to England in 1066 and made himself King of England.
Is that like a
But
prison?
he thought we might rebel against him, so he built this huge tower as a protection for himself.
Queen
And
Mary.
then two lines of walls. The outer wall that you see here closest to us was built by Edward I. He was the king, if you saw the film Braveheart, he was the one who was Patrick McGowan in Braveheart, the baddie. If you're visiting inside, you can see inside the world's largest diamond. And on the right, where the open ground is, this is where public executions used to take place. In the time of Henry VIII, our king that had 6 wives, public executions there. Inside the tower, private executions. It was a great privilege to be, is on the left, just behind this little church. It's a huge church, looks a bit like Notre Dame.
Chevy
If you
Chase
saw the
Square.
funeral of Diana, Princess of Wales, this is where her funeral took place. Here on the left now, Westminster Abbey.
Westminster Abbey.
And there are 3,000 people buried there. Among them, kings and queens. Elizabeth I, Mary Queen of Scots is buried there, and writers like Charles Dickens and Rudyard Kipling, who wrote the Jungle Book. Laurence Olivier's ashes are there.
Go into battle behind their battle flags, and each little section of the army, each little battalion had its own flag, and when they were going into battle they had to follow the flag, so the troops would go in the right place just by following the flag leader, and to make sure the troops knew what their flag looked like.
Every time. They have a good marching band, a lot better than Brandon's. Oh, I don't know. They've probably been... It's like, hey, we're over here. Yeah. Queen Winifred. Yeah. I wonder if she's up there watching right now. Alright, let's go do something.
May I welcome you to Her Majesty's Royal Palace and Fortress in the Tower of London.
That's the White Tower right there.
Just go do a panorama.
To the left is the home of the crown jewels right there. Sorry, bud. The bridge? Yeah. There's the trustful guard of the crown jewels. This is the entrance to the crown jewels hallway, apparently. This is another side of the White Tower.
It's me with the bird.
That's the inside of the train station there.
That is another train.
There's another train going by. We're sitting still. But this is the inside of our train.
That is good commentary.
That's Aaron Guest right there.
I thought it had a different ending though.
Yeah, she likes stigmata. Here's the rest of his airtime. Sorry about that.
Stop wasting
Stop.
15 seconds of fame.
Okay.
We're all on the millennium wheel.
Look how small Big Ben is. Hey, Big Ben.
You're still pretty big. Look at that. That's what you do for every city.
There's the people in front of us. Hey, people. Very happy to be here. There's Katie and Big Ben. Hey, Big Ben. Guys are on Hyde Park. We're leaving. Here it is. That was Hyde Park, and we never actually got to go over there. But from what I understand, it's just a big park. So this is the inside of the Eurostar station. It's not much to see, but I'm killing time and I got a fresh battery. So I thought we'd waste it a little bit. But you can see down there.
Michel doivent prendre le train partant de la voie 22, situé de l'autre côté de ce quai. Merci.
Station. We just came out of the underground tunnel.
The Gare du Nord.
The Gare du Nord. They got some cool architecture on these things. Sign up there says Paris.
And the base out of Castor. And now this is the second part of the Champs-Élysées, which is more commercial, where people like to come in the evening for a walk. The shops are open late in the evening. People come here, they go shopping, then they eat something, and they go to the movies always. You see always a lot of cinemas in Paris. Here on certain days of the week, for instance, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, there are about 300,000 people coming every day to work on the Champs-Élysées. The Virgin Megastore, that is a big department store for selling records. It's a meeting place for the young people in Paris, open until 1 o'clock at night.
Oh, we're there.
Place de l'Étoile, Star Circus. This arch was built at the time and by order of Napoleon I after the revolution. You can see people on the top of the Arch of Triumph. It's possible to go on the top, but walking only with the steps. There is no elevator. So of course we will not have time for that. But if you wish, you will have time to go underneath the arch. There is a gallery, an underground gallery, that leads to the Arch of Triumph. And I recommend it because when you are under the Arch of Triumph, you have a very beautiful view on the perspective of Paris that starts behind us at the Louvre and goes all the way down further in front of us at the new arch called the Arch of the Defense.
You should share first. She's having a great time.
So these really aren't fresh? So they're from the night before?
Ah, do you think? Okay. How are you, Mina?
Okay, the yellow flame, the golden flame here on the right hand side. This is the place where the people come and put flowers, you see, and the right things. Is that this one? In the memory of the princess.
Princess Diana is tearing the flame.
During one of the world wars, this gold was used as a landmark for the airplanes that would fly over. They always knew, they navigated by this, they'd know where to turn and that types of thing. So they painted that black. And then after the war, they came back in and, you know, scraped off the paint or whatever. But they say you can still see some of the black specks on there. Just like I like them.
Lovely, really.
The facade is oriented towards the west, looks to the city, to the physical world. And when you go inside by the west, of course you walk towards the east.
Whoa, you mean this is night vision?
From the physical world to the spiritual world, west to east. And another thing that is important, when you go inside, you will see that there is also a movement that goes from the bottom to the top. From down, be able to see the three rows.
we'll just lead the way. How long you had the lens cap on film?
I just hit record.
Dirty piss. Yeah, we got 3 more after this.
How many have you used?
Huh?
How many have you used?
This is just our second.
So anyway, so we're going to head off to the hotel now.
Where are we going? To the hotel.
I love Paris in the summer when it sizzles. I love Paris in the winter when it drizzles. Paris. Paris is the eternal city, boys and girls, ladies and gents. And I know you're tired, and I know you can barely take it all in. But don't forget, pinch yourself. Oh! And say, I'm here. I'm Paris.
I'm here in Paris.
The Hotel de Ville. There's the town hall, city hall in Paris. But each district of Paris has its own. Each district of Paris has its own town hall, and there are 20 districts in Paris all told. We're staying in number 10. And this is number 4 actually. You can see on the street signs it'll say 4 ARR, means 4th arrondissement.
We're walking to dinner. Downtown Paris. With feta, Paris. Because we're in France, see?
Yeah.
It's jokes.
Had to add that.
So this is the place we are eating for dinner.
I think we'll get some pizza.
Karaoke.
Uh-oh.
Karaoke.
Okay. Are you recording?
Alright, more later.
How many do we get?
Just a carny. We're buying a metro ticket for the train. It's called a carne. Kind of like the carnival. And that's 10 tickets.
You're recording steps. You really find that interesting?
Hey, we made it up. Here's your reward. Couple more.
You see that? Oh my gosh.
Wow, cool.
Whoa.
We're still on the steps.
All right. One layer's off. Hey!
Over here.
Yeah.
We're doing something up there.
Well, he's going to tell them when to make back and they need to know.
But at the end of the step, they will look how you look back this way. This is legal to use the...
Get here.
And here's our territory.
I think we're higher than our... In your nose, that's about. What is this?
Where Mama take shot?
Hey, look, here's me in front of this.
A little bit of after dinner digestion. I just want to ask you something. Gather up a little bit closer because there's some history coming in here too. Great. Now to go back, either we can go down all the way downhill the way we came, which is obviously easier than coming uphill, or we use 2 metro tickets. We take the funicular, which takes us down to the bottom. We then change onto line 2, go down 1 stop, change onto another line, and then, so I think it's probably quicker just to sort of go the way we came. What is, I'm just going to tell you. Y'all know about the 2 world wars this century? Yeah. Y'all remember who was the supposedly the bad guys? Yeah. You know, Germany, France and Germany had quite a few wars, and the first big one they had that was really important for modern history was 1970. Out of that war, it really changed history a lot because the Paris government fell down, it collapsed, and the Germans were around the city gates, but the citizens didn't want to give in, and they started what was called the Paris Commune, and they defended their city against the Germans. Eventually, their own soldiers turned against them, and there was a kind of battle, like an almost mini civil war. There was 20,000 people killed, civilians. A lot of people were sent off to prison camps in the French colonies. And then they decided that, well, the church and state decided that to ask God for forgiveness, they would build this church on the Boot of Montmartre, because Montmartre was a very, very important place for the Commune in 1870-71. The word communist comes from that very era. There was lots of artists involved with the Paris Commune. It was a very, very important political event. So the Sacré-Cœur Church was not finished. It looks really old, but it wasn't finished until 1911, which in historical terms is not a long time ago. It's dedicated to the Sacred Heart of Jesus. It's a very popular sort of, any of your Catholics throughout the 19th century, that became a very popular figure to pray to, that manifestation of Jesus. Anyway, behind you, you've got the whole of Paris to look at. Round the corner, you just go round the corner and then take a left. You'll find yourself in a square where guys are doing portraits and the like. Okay? Place de Tertre it's called. Now,
Pretty neat, huh? Yeah. I don't know what kind.
You can't take the cover off because I can't really see that.
No, it doesn't look bad at all.
That looks good.
How much you pay? Oh, you did good.
Oh, my dude was like, no, I'm not taking it. He's like, all right.
It's like, how much?
You like?
Does it look like me?
Yeah, it's good. I thought crepes grew on a vine.
I want to go play the drums, dude. I think they'd be impressed.
You really want us to dance?
How
much did you pay for that? How much did you pay for that?
Hey, Mark, I'm gonna scoot this back, okay?
I like it better when they do it.
Oh, that was good.
That's sick.
Yeah, that's what I said.
It looks to me like you.
What?
I think I need some wing eye or shut eye, whatever
Will apparently be our art instructor. And that's some French customs for you. Okay, see you on the inside. He's got himself one down there. Aaron's got his Eiffel Tower. And according to our instructor Georgia, she says perhaps it's the Eiffel Tower in the year 3000. Matt's got his Eiffel Tower.
Hey, Mom, this one's for you.
It's going on the refrigerator. Mine, the instructor says, is abstract, which I think is French for I cannot draw. Billy.
Yep, that stops it. Okay, I just need to stop.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Huh?
That's pretty cool. Printed by the unknown soldier.
Candace, the sky's pretty. Yep.
She's so proud. It looks good.
Yeah, I need to get on it.
That's good.
Which one's very good, Judy? The one that you had first, the brain bucket. And this bite.
This was fun. Thank you.
We're not finished
Oh, I
yet.
know. I'm just saying things. We're not. Not just saying things.
How did I know that?
Yeah, that's good.
Look at that. We have artists here, don't we?
Yeah, I love it.
Leanna?
Louvre Museum. This way.
A castle, because the Louvre was originally a royal palace, things in France. The Louvre was a royal palace until Louis XIV built Versailles, which we're going to see tomorrow. They've just recently opened this section, the medieval Louvre, so that we can actually see how the palace begins. Kings and queens and emperors built art collections for their own pleasure and edification. But eventually, as the idea of the bourgeoisie and rich middle classes got going, more and more people wanted access to art, and a lot of these big royal collections were open to the public. The museum has actually been the Louvre has actually been a museum before the French Revolution, and artists have been coming to copy works here for years and years now. Normally we see copies on a Thursday, so I don't think you'll see many people copying paintings. But we're going to see an incredible span of the history of art. on a stage set in the real world rather than in a huge gold, glorious background that seems to be heaven or a special, sacred, spiritual, unworldly place. These are worldly paintings about the way things really look, the shininess of metal, the wrinkliness of the forehead, the greyness of grey hair, etc. Okay, so let's go down and see the Mona Lisa.
Hey, I see flash.
You'd stand a better chance too, slightly from the side than you would head on.
Come on. Come on. Oh, that's nice. Oh, lovely. Whoa. Whoa. Wow, it's drying my hands. All right.
Was it the same club?
How was it?
Pretty funny.
Hey, everybody, look at me. Like, aw.
That thing is massive.
Nah, I'm ready to go up there, but I can't look down.
Dude.
I'm not ready to look down. I can go up there, but I can't look down.
You have a second thought, man?
I can't look down.
Good, I'm excited.
Yeah, a lot of steps to the top of that thing.
No.
Damon's scared of heights.
Yeah, I go up there, but I can't look down. I can go up there, but I can't look down.
What is that? I don't know, it's really cute.
Hey, Matt.
Hey.
Y'all gonna be real tired of me.
Oh, no.
I love you.
Wow.
Hey, this is really
Oh, you wanna come up here?
Hey, yeah, come sit with us. Come on.
Have you ever been in? I've got
No, it's not.
sticking in my back.
Really? I don't have one.
Better than you know, the alternative.
It came on.
Too much thing of that.
Look, look, it's a rose. Where is it? Where's the rose? Where's the rose?
Hey, bonjour, boys.
Hey, you guys.
Oh, young lovers on the bridge. How nice. And Kim's in behind me. Oh, I'm getting hard.
My butt.
I don't like the airport to get with Hey! Look, it's Dopey! I've seen all your movies! Hey, Miss Tullis! Miss Tullis! You're on Candid Camera!
Hey, that's a new one. Get out of here. Get out of my mouth. How much is this here?
I did it. Awesome.
trying to leave.
Watch this. This is really cool.
Couple of hours. I think I saw it on TV. I don't know that I can remember.
Like,
You can see on the Eiffel Tower.
Don't lay down, David.
I don't think big statues way on that. Way on that.
Look at you can be all.
Oh, wow, look at there.
Wow.
I want to go to the top.
What? Yeah, I got you in the right side of the picture, okay? Let me get you in the
Stupid camera. It's cold up here.
Linda, come get this picture with me.
Hey, man.
How do you do it? Oh, the second one.
Sweet.
Home Alabama.
Oh, gosh.
You having fun, Damon?
Yeah, it wasn't as bad as I thought. I didn't have a heart attack after all.
I told you, man. No.
Sweet time. That means you're getting ready. You're getting ready. Man, it'd be cool if we could get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's lovely. I like
We're always
There's a toy left.
How old y'all?
They always do that right before they turn everything off and lock people up here.
Let's get on the hot metro. Well, we didn't get on this one. We'll get on the next one.
I know.
I know, man.
Is there a way to get down? Just like walking or something?
Yeah, you want to take the stairs?
Yeah, you want to try that?
Yeah. No. What time we got to be up in the morning? Well, we'll make it by breakfast. Deja vu all over again, folks.
Is this over there again? Same guy.
Hey, Joe. No sweat, man. Step up. Step up.
I mean, after y'all got off, they let 30 people on.
Did that elevator this guy get on y'all?
Well, he let people on.
Yeah, that's what they do. They have to make sure they don't put so many people.
Instead of cussing Sarah out.
She goes, if it wasn't for us Americans, y'all would be ruled by Nazis.
She was like, yo. I'm here. We still waiting on
Alright, what'd you do?
I told the man that he went, because he wouldn't let y'all in, that because we're Americans, you don't have to hate us.
Not yet. Remember, like, when he went down? Like, when he came back down and he wouldn't let y'all on, we went to the next floor and he, like, 30 people.
Yeah, well, that's what they do. They have to have so many people on the first stop and so many people on the second. Still, it's just
But anyway, I told him he didn't have to hate us because we're Americans. Then I was like, if it wasn't for us, you'd be ruled by Nazis.
Alright, goodbye, Eiffel Tower.
Goodbye, Eiffel Tower.
14. The Sun King. We don't have much battery left. We want to save some for Rome. So probably won't see as much of Versailles as we wanted. But we did see the splendors of Versailles and Jackson, so I'm sure it's about the same. This looks very similar to something that we saw at the splendors of Versailles and Jackson. And actually, one of the ladies on the tour with us now was here when they had the splendors of Versailles and Jackson, and she said a lot of the artifacts in place of the paintings, they had notes that said currently on exhibit in Jackson, Mississippi. Yeah, this painting here, Mr. Pellis says, was one of them specifically.
Lely, Rameau, Mozart, Handel, Charpentier, Bach and Haydn in what is called the Grand Musical of Versailles.
You get the fountain and all?
Mark says this thing's supposed to sing here in a minute. Flea Village, built for Marie Antoinette as she was a young kid living over here. She played around, dressed up like a shepherd, pretended to herd her sheep. And then as the revolution began, this is where she had hid from the revolters.
Hey, you want a French rock?
We're just getting in the roll. It's about 10 after 8. Monday morning. This is our sleeper car in the train. Michael Corleone.
We're getting really close to Roma. There's the road. See it?
Yeah.
Alright. You know what that is?
It's in Mediterranean.
Is it? Well, then I was right.
There's some vineyards. I almost missed them completely. I didn't get them very well.
What's up?
What's going on, man?
What's up?
Just showing the hotel. Pretty nice.
Got the bag right here.
What's that? Pretty nice. Pretty nice. This Coliseum.
Hey, get up there and turn around.
Ah! I got a bug on my face.
Tell him to get off your face.
Oh, it's still there.
Thank you. Grazie. Hey, kid! Yeah.
In the Dark Ages, they lost a lot of skills because people were intent on conquering, but they didn't know quite how to pick up the torch of high culture and keep running with it. One of the skills that was lost was bronze smelting. And because they didn't know how to actually smelt bronze, what they did was they came to the ancient Roman buildings, they chipped away the bronze pins that were holding in the marble, and they melted that down because they didn't actually know how to make it from the base metals. The Colosseum was never used as a place where Christians were thrown to the lions. You've all seen the film Gladiator, so you know exactly the best, most recent recreation of how things happened at the Colosseum. It's an arena. Arena is the Roman word for sand. When you go in, you'll see part of the false flooring that was in place during the Roman times. They were also had the possibility of flooding the whole arena and having mock naval battles. inside.
You're not going to be able to see them too far down.
You see them?
My picture. I'll give you my camera.
What if you get higher up like that and go take down on them?
Well,
Steps.
I can barely.
Yeah, classic.
Thank you.
Wow.
I got too far about all this.
The idea that I would ever do this
Get some good background stuff.
Wish they'd let us go down in that hole. Cats. Here.
Mark, come here.
Hey! Yeah, that was a great
Let's stay in this locale. Yeah, we need to find a replacement, I think.
How about
I'm irreplaceable, don't you dare, boy. I've been with you for 3 days now, and you're not going to throw me in some garbage can just because I'm made of plastic.
Be quiet, Sharky.
You better be.
So is this what we commonly refer to as the ancients of, or the ruins of ancient Rome?
Yeah. Except this, yeah. I mean, this
Except for the post office?
Yeah. Here's the other arch. Yeah, and there's the Ritz.
However, this time they're losing very, very badly. What happens all of a sudden? Two guys on white shimmering horses show up and lead the Roman army to the left and flank the Latins. And they end up taking control of the battlefield. Now, at the exact same time, supposedly, over by the House of the Vestal Virgins, that was felt like a small building at the time before the actual House of the Vestal Virgins, which didn't originally tell one
Hey Dave, look, police out.
Is that the fountain?
No, that's not the fountain.
Get that ball on the way back. When we go in the subway station.
Ready, Linda? Linda.
Over your shoulder.
Pay me for the flowers. And I said, I'm not paying you for your flowers.
Right.
And he goes, yeah, money for the flowers. And I said, I'll get your flowers back, but I'm not paying you for your dang flowers.
He gave me the whole thing of flowers.
I said, they're not my flowers. So I went back, got all 5 of the flowers. And then he started taking up flowers from other girls that had already paid.
I don't have any, man. There goes the Pope.
Because I'm an Italian citizen and I'm a British. The Vatican is a completely independent state. According to the famous pact called the Lateran Pact, signed in 1929 between the Pope, who was Pius XI, and the head of government, who was Mussolini. According to this pact, Rome, as the capital of Italy, and Italy recognized the Vatican a completely independent state. The Vatican has an extension of approximately half a square kilometer, 44 hectares, 110 acres, with 900 inhabitants, and 200 are women. Thus, there are also some sisters, wives and daughters of the Swiss Guards, the very special bodyguard of the Pope, and 1,500 employees, many guards They think that they are Italian citizens. They speak French, but they haven't worked inside the Vatican. Experience. This is the part of This small state is so independent that it has its own flag, white and yellow, with the 2 keys crossing and the papal head. Its own national anthem, its own currency, its own mail system, its own TV and radio station, railway station. Everything is completely different. Even car license plates. They have an abbreviation of, try to keep off the grass, off the lawn, please. An abbreviation which is SCV, standing for Stato Città Vaticano, Vatican City State. This means that the Pope is not only the head of the Catholic Church, the Pope is also the head of this small state, and he has a full judiciary, administrative and legislative power.
Just getting your chin. Turn around the other way. What?
Is anybody over there? No. Alright, we can always pause it.
Behind me. Did you get the whole wall?
Yeah, Emma said that we were coming up the stairs. She's like, I can't even pick up my feet. She's like, to get some stairs.
That flash too.
Did you get me sleeping on tape?
No. Those curtains right there, they're wall painted. Pretty sweet.
It is.
What's his name?
The lady that did the first hot tub over the skin, the man holding the skin did that. That's his soul. He died before he got finished.
Put them on, so you like close your eyes, so you don't have to look at me.
It's neat how everything looks 3D and
Upside down, and we presume that both vertical domes took place under Emperor Nero. If you look at the portrait of the Emperor assisting, the vertical dome is the same in the year 67. Now, this Pope was beatified in September last year, during the Holy Year. To become saint, you have to pass through certain levels. Of course, first to have the right to the honor of the altars, then beatification, the third one is canonization, which means to be saint. If you look through these bronze discs, you can see the level below. From this point up to the apse, let's move a little bit on one side so that the other groups, where are buried 147 popes. The present pope is 265. This means that 264 already died. Most of them are buried within the basilica or churches where they were titular cardinal. But 147, especially the first ones, Peter, and the last ones are buried below. Popes are not inside the basilica, even if you see many monuments with sarcophagi. They do not contain bodies. They are just commemorative monuments, unless a pope has become beate or saint. In this case, because you are given the chance, even if you are not Catholic, after the beatification, they made a lot of research about this Pope and John the 23rd, and he got the honor of being brought up to the Basilica. So if you want to look at him, because you are among the first ones, they have made a very important ceremony last Sunday. So you follow me, we just pass in front of him, but it's something special. To know the truth. But the Vatican was very surprised because when they opened the coffin, they found his book.
This is cool.
Avanti signori, avanti.
What?
Saint John the Baptist and 11 apostles. One is missing. Don't take out.
What's he doing? This is pretty cool. It's a bunch of old stuff, and it's like.
All right, keep going. This sounds good.
Yeah, it's all old.
All right, keep going.
And it's marble
and
it's stuff.
Wait.
He did say something about this. This wasn't marble used from the old Colosseum and stuff, so it hasn't been cannibalized. What was that about?
Cannibalized?
Yeah. Said something about that, and then some cantaloupe. Something about some cantaloupe.
Something about, all right.
I think this is where the monks get together and have cantaloupe and pie.
Cantaloupe and pie, and then antacid.
Yeah.
Huh?
That's Raphael, the painter's tomb.
You sure?
Yeah, that's what Marcus told me.
What'd he tell you?
That's Raphael, the painter's tomb.
How do you know that?
That's Marcus told me.
Raphael. Well, then what's that?
Another dead guy's tomb.
What's that?
Another dead guy's tomb.
That's a big piece of glass.
There's no glass.
No glass?
Just a hole?
It's a 27-meter aperture, yeah, there's no glass.
Well, this gets wet when it rains.
I know, but it's so special built. Look, it's bows so that the water drains off. The building is designed so that it's like a perfect sphere. You know, if that continued, it would be like a perfect sphere contained, like, you know, corresponding to the roof and going underground.
Wow. Did you say 27 feet or meters?
27 feet. Okay. 9 meters wide. Probably about 30 feet actually. See, there's the overlay of what it was like with the bronze tiles at the top.
Yeah. Ah, cool.
Then you can see the roof.
We got steps. They're Spanish. Everything's good. No, they have
Spanish tile.
These steps have an accent, you know.
Yeah.
¿Cómo se llama?
¿Cómo te llamas? Me llamo Mateo. Dude, we got some guitars. I'm playing Knocking on Heaven's Door. We're sitting here in Rome on the Spanish Steps.
That cold black cloud is coming down.
There, supposedly.
How big is it?
Oh, here. All right, here we go.
Hey, is that a vineyard right in front of us? Little grapes.
Little grapes.
Hey, you can snap a picture for you. Sure? You want to put the big head up there? No, that's good.
I don't know. I'm so good to my breath. Mr. Toler's a little winded. Say hey.
Ah. Did you?
I felt it come here.
Did you speak Italian or anything?
Do you know?
Yeah.
Wow.
No, to get by. I can't say I'm a fluent Italian speaker.
Who's the third? It's you, Emily, and who else? It's one other person.
Ashley. Remember this. Here, write this down. Where that Sharpie go?
Angie, why ain't she doing it?
We're all doing Dolores.
Oh, for real? Good for you.
What'd you do?
Not off the bus, after the bus.
Start over.
So it's like you can't shove your granny. Try that.
You can't shove your granny
After the bus. Oh, you can't shove your granny after the bus. Oh, you can't shove your granny, but she's your mommy's mommy. You can't shove your granny after the bus. Right.
Later, I have a microphone to explain outside.
We went to
That's Perseus with Medusa's head right there.
Freud or anything like that. There's a whole massive area of discussion for cutting people's heads off. It's a massive area. It's very, very important though to know that psychiatrists nowadays are still very interested in it. You know, right out there. Listen close and listen. So we've just stepped inside the city walls of the north end of Pisa. The sea is over that way, and the Arno that goes through Florence goes through this town a little bit further south. We're standing in what's known as the Campo dei Miracoli, the Field of Miracles, and it's quite an incredible setup. I mean, the brothers, the Pisano brothers, who were largely involved in decorating. This is the baptistry, which, if you look, also leans slightly, as does the cathedral. There's quite a reasonable lean in the baptistry. They were very kind of creative in the way they did things. If you look around the city walls, follow them round, there's a lion. A lion just plumped on the city walls for decoration, for a bit of craziness. So this is the baptistry. It's one of the largest baptistries in Italy. Anyone know what a baptistry is for? Baptized? Yeah.
Pretty sure it's the biggest one.
Before they go into the church.
You know that back in the day, in the early days, baptism meant full immersion. I know that people who are Baptists, they still go in for that, in rivers and all that. But that used to be the case with Christians as well. They used to get fully immersed in terms of their baptism. But what we're going to do now is, if I can have sharp back, is we're going to go up to the tower, and I'm going to give you a bit of time to look at that while I go and get some tickets.
They give all the architectural engineering stuff. Now get in front of the tower. Hey. Hey, you gotta come up here. You gotta be close because if you're not close, I can't get you in there. Get in front of the tower.
Here's Damon. Here's the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Stand right here.
With Damon. Tower of Pisa.
Many people have confused those before.
Damon is this guy. That's the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Look how crooked it is right here. And then as you go up,
He's got rabies because he lays his ears down.
you can see how it gets straighter.
Well, look, he won't stick his ears up.
So my contention is that if the bottom was straight, it would fall over.
I know.
That's what I think.
Well, don't take him off. He'll attack you.
Record what?
Now you have to look.
Can we lean?
I'm not leaning.
But what?
You gotta lean. I'm not a leaner.
You don't lean.
Well, I'll lean.
We go.
Lean on me.
Let's have an impression of the Leaning Tower of Pisa. What do you think?
It's great. Kind of like it. Kind of neat.
There you go. It's great. Kind of like it. Kind of neat.
Aaron. You call anybody Aaron?
What is it again?
Lake Lugano.
You notice that the Swiss, so this is now Lugano in the distance. Isn't it beautiful? Do you like it? Let's have a round of applause for Switzerland. Let's do some yodeling in their honour.
Yep.
Waterfall.
Coming down the mountain.
Come down the mountain. Why don't they ever run out of water and shoot down the waterfall? So, Catholic town, because Switzerland is also famous for Calvinism. Geneva, the French-speaking capital in Switzerland, was known as the Rome of the North, or the Protestant Rome, because it was a centre where Lutherans and above all Calvinists, in fact principally Calvinists, could meet and talk and discuss and develop their philosophy without fear of it or just to time how long it takes us to go through. But we'll very shortly be going through the St. Gotthard Pass. And it means that we'll have to take our bags up to a room and bring them back down tomorrow morning, which is a bit of a drag. But there's no really other way around it, so that we can have as much time as possible before we go to...
Hey, who's that on the front?
It's like Brendan Fraser.
They used to keep prisoners in that tower right there.
And they used to keep people on that bridge right there.
There's a big castle up there. The water is very clear.
I wish I spoke German. Through markets. Because that's what we're basically doing this morning. This is the corn market. You see a sign on the wall somewhere it says corn.
They do.
That's crazy. Craziness.
So we're on a boat. We're getting ready to go on a cruise. And we're going to get on a lift and go up the side of the mountain. Yay.
There's the fourth
Yeah,
person.
Alan did it one time, but he didn't realize I had to get ready for bed first.
Me and him and you know. Where's the fourth person?
Until he drove.
Yeah.
I waited until he like drove off, so he wouldn't see me like turn my light back on and get up.
You have to be nice about the whole situation. Yeah.
Okay, you can move now.
She's gonna be famous.
I'm gonna be famous, and y'all gonna be like, dang, I have so many videotapes of her.
Sit down, check on.
You ready?
Really?
No.
I think it's really an hour and a half.
I don't know.
I thought it was just 30 minutes.
Oh.
She thinks it's just 30 minutes.
This is a view from the little cable car going up the mountain. This is the track. Hey!
There they are. Come here.
You can tell this by the video, but it is cold.
And Bob.
That would be snow and ice.
Hey, you ready?
Okay.
Snow.
It's cold. It's cold. It's very, very cold.
I'm gonna jump.
Trey told me it was hotter on top of the mountain than it was in the bottom.
Who told you that?
Trey.
They lied to you, girl.
We're in a cave.
Who in the world thought that was right?
I'm in a cave.
Who in the world thinks this is fun?
I'm going down on that.
That's cool. That's
There's
cool.
more spots over here.
And then when you get about halfway down, you change out that and get the
But look at it. It's like it's shaking back and forth. That one's fun.
Freaking
Wow!
Can I get a sunbeam?
God, this is the awfulest thing I've ever done. I'm moving here.
Who's that old wow out here?
Wow!
Yeah.
I'm gonna build a house on this mountain. Dude, who's that crazy? Oh.
We're in 100% cloud here.
Wow, it just looks foggy. I always thought it'd be different.
I just wish we could see.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, at 5?
We'll be back at 5.
I don't think
I'm going. What is that for?
Sweet.
Hey, do the snow.
So we're having fondue.
This is fondue. More like fondue.
Take a piece of bread, dig it in the pot.
Here, I do it.
On our way to Germany. We're totally excited about it. It's our last day. Everybody's sad. Except for the Tullises, they're ready to go home.
Are you ready?
I don't know. Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Look how powerful that is right there.
And just then the bridge gave way. You can see the rock probably like 2 feet under there. Like right there, it shoots up. Touch it, touch it, touch of water.
Somewhere a river runs through it. There's where Mom and Dad live right there. That house. Yeah. No, maybe it was this one. No, right. It was. No, it's that one. Right there.
They all look the same.
German cows. That's where Mom and Dad used to come to get the mail.
They didn't live here.
I know, but they had a long walk.
This is the car park where Tommaso will pick us up later on. I'll give us a meeting point a little bit within the city. And we'll spend approximately 2 hours here. So here we are, the river Neckar and the old bridge straight ahead. You see watchtowers where people would have to pay a toll to come in and out of the city. This is the beautiful bridge.
He's extremely knowledgeable. You just don't know.
With the towers to enter the city by famous view from Heidelberg. Boy, the sights. So quick as you can, please everyone off. This is where the bus is going to pick us up at 6:30.
6:30.
I'm going to meet you somewhere.
Okay, gather round everyone. This is where we're going to meet at 6:30. Okay? 6:30, down here at Carol's flat. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you up to the castle now. And the castle is essentially a ruin, a grand, glorious ruin full of pretty gardens. Now there's two ways to get up there. Either we take the little mountain railway, it takes a couple of minutes, or we take the steps, which is a little bit of exercise, but not unpleasant.
Where's the train thing?
It's all those steps from our step here too. See.
Said they. You were talking about the road. Where did they go? Yeah. This is where we're sitting down getting the bratwurst, sauerkraut. Pretty cool.
Man, that hat looks nice.
Wow, I'm glad we got here so early.
Oh, man. A radio.
That's cool. We had 3 bratwursts, some sauerkraut.
How you like that? You enjoying that?
You got one, I got one at the next cafe. We split one. Yeah, we got some sauerkraut. What?
Hey Damon, what do you think, man?
I think I'm ready to go home.
Aww.
Back in my bed.
Aww.
Luxury of my own home.
Aww.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, you candy, shove your granny off the bus.
No, no.
Oh, you candy, shove your granny off the bus.
Oh, no.
No, you candy, shove your granny, cause she's your daddy's mammy. Oh, you candy, shove your granny off the bus.
However,
You can shove your other granny off the bus.
eat up push.
You can shove your other granny off the bus. You can shove your other granny, cause she's your daddy's mammy. You can shove your other granny off the bus.
Finally.
Singing hi, yippee, yippee, singing hi, yippee.
Please shoot me now.
Singing hi, yippee, your granny is a hippie. Singing hi, yippee, yippee,
Yay, I like it.
Yay!
That's it.
That was nice.
That wasn't it.
Try it one more time.
Wow, that was a cool car.
Yeah,
it's right there. Look. That's where we are.
All right. Very good. We'll edit that out. So now we're in line at the airport in Germany.
So,
It's a pretty short line.
when I came home,
This is the funniest looking airplane I've ever been on.
Yeah. I don't think we're gonna get off the ground in this airplane right now. There's ground, there's a ground.
Oh, say can you
Have you been hiking or been on the countryside or been on a farm?
Home sweet. Oh yeah, gotta get the food on tape.
We're back in the States and we got food. Ellen's got some meat over there. Ellen found themselves a couple of friends here in the Charlotte airport.
Trey picked them out.
It's the guy from the Bushwhackers and the Honky Tonk Man. You know the wrestlers. Yeah, that's them.
I could take ex-wrestlers.
Yeah, they're just chilling here in the airport with us. Everyone is duly impressed. On the ground. Yep. Bye-bye. So here we are in Jackson, Mississippi, at the deserted Jackson International Airport. There must be 4,000 people out there. Good night. Look at all the people. Who's got a prize for me?
Who wants to touch me?
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. Go back. Hey.
Up here on the top. I can go get
Well,
And that's sweat.
ain't that precious? Don't that precious?
I've seen something so precious.
Yay! Yay!
And my legs are still running like crazy. Knock me down! So, as every good trip comes to an end, so does this one.
All right.